Awesome. Chuck it all up here, baby. Put it all in front of me. Why not?
Which direction?
And yours.
No,
Thank you. Thank you.
You're carrying
I
out
will begin this press conference.
as the new president of Monroe Republic.
As the new president of the Monroe Republic, I am taking over, doing my thing, and very happy about it. So, firstly, I need coffee and some
Water.
some muffins, some water, some eggs and toast. Who's going to be in charge of that?
How fun has it been to play this character? Because you are absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. I'm having a great time. It's really fun because I love that the character is complete, number one. That he has aspiration, that he has ability, that he has intelligence, and that somewhere in there, I believe he has a heart. I believe it's kind of gotten muddy and covered up, but I believe that he wants, part of him wants the best for people, and the other part of him wants to be in control. So to me, I have the most fantastic character to bring to life for our audience, and I'm in gratitude for that. You know, I don't think anyone's completely black or white, and I like the fact that in one moment Tom can be completely mean and villainous and shitty, and in another moment he can be a guy who understands what your plight and your story might be, but he still has to kill you.
Yeah, but do you want control because he's all about power, or do you want control because he thinks he knows better than anybody else?
That's a great question. I think it's a bit of both. I think he has a vision, and I think because he's come from humble beginnings, both personality-wise and emotionally, he's come from a humble beginning. I think he, at this point, is on the precipice of feeling like he knows better. He knows how to do it better, and I think that is a dangerous place to be because none of us know completely how to do anything. It's the family of filmmakers that make this show, that make it so good. It's the family of humanitarians that make the world better. But we're in a world, we're not in the revolutionary world yet. And in Revolution Season 2, we start with darkness, blackness. The button's been pushed, the bombs have been dropped, and we're trying to recover from that. So anyone who has the idea that they know better doesn't. At this point, Tom is just trying to survive and deal with loss of many, many, many people. And being a soldier, he can sort of do the numbers and the math about how many are going to be lost and what it takes for the survivors to reinforce themselves to come back. But there are no guarantees because there's no power, no food, and he has no resources. And he's still, at odds with his son, who he hopes he could be able to groom, to be able to trust, because he needs men that he can trust, but he still doesn't trust any. So he's on his own, as are all the characters when we come back. There are no sides anymore. There's just survival, and it's a world that is completely fresh and new for our viewers and our fans. And we're in a new city, by the way. We're in Dallas, Texas, and not in North Carolina anymore, so the geographical visuals of where we are have changed. I'm excited, man. I'm surprised. I kind of hate being dirty all the time. I want my uniform back.
Going into the second year, what are you the most recognized on? Tom or still best friend?
It's two different audiences. Some cross over, but it has to be Gus Fring because people are still catching up with Breaking Bad, and such an iconic character that blew up in such a short period of time. No pun intended. But it has to be Gus Fring. Now, Revolution has a different ability, and I think what's masterful about what's going on with our show is that families can watch it. I don't let my kids I have a daughter 17 who watches Breaking Bad, but all the other kids they don't watch that. And so Revolution has a crossover ability to have you be able to watch it with your children, watch it with your families, and yet still have an edgy show. And that to me is wonderful. So Revolution is quickly gaining on the list of people recognized, especially here at Comic-Con, and recognize me from that a lot. Because when you have an audience of many people who are under 20 and under. They love Breaking Bad, but Revolution is more their speed.
So you said that you might, if there was a prequel, that you would be interested in doing a Paul Saul, or whatever they're going to call it?
Yeah. What are they calling it? Saul's Call? Paul Saul? Yeah, I love the family of filmmakers who make Breaking Bad. And I go on record all the time as saying I think they're some of the best actors I've ever worked with, and Vince Gilligan to me is a major genius in what he does. There's very thoughtful and refined. I feel Bryan Cranston is a master at his work, as is Aaron Paul, and I feel as if I would jump to do a prequel of that show.
Did you slip when you said that there is no power? Do you think the power is
There are no slips. I sort of drop little clues if you're listening. I think it's great for this show, for the techno nerds out there and the science fans to think about, what happens and how long the power stays on when you have old circuitry that hasn't been used in many, many years. And I think we enter a new season where power is not going to be the issue right now. It's going to be the jungle people who are unrecognizable, who are living off of much different sustenance than power. So, another clue.
And at the very end of the season finale, we see the president in the Guantanamo Bay United States colony saying that we need to return. So will we be seeing that? Do you know?
I think if it's been alluded to, you're going to see it. There's a president out there, and what is the culpability of those people who went away, and why did they go away? Neville's going to try to find out, baby, because he's interested in justice and setting it right. And now he has nothing else to lose. We don't know, if he's able to find Julia, if she's alive, or Foster, if she still survived. We have in this first episode another hero character dying, which is hard to take. Neville despises the rebels. He thinks they're weak. He thinks that they are fighting for the wrong thing. And I think in our new world that's turned on its head, you're going to be able to see that there are no sides, and that people who have even hated each other before are going to have to start trusting each other. And that's the world of Revolution that's so very interesting.
Why don't you tell us something about your Once Upon a Time guest spot, and how hard was it to get back to those characters?
I'm excited to go back. I go back and do it next week. I think we have a character who still is very much in love with the Queen and doesn't understand why he's been in the dungeon for so long. I'm excited to sort of be the mirror. The mirror to me is a little bit slicker than Sydney and gives us clues into the eventuality of what relationships could be on that show. So I can't tell you too much, but I hope to keep returning to that show if we can help have it work out.
Can you talk about the fresh blood behind the scenes? There's a new EP. Ben Edlund is now working on the show. Have you noticed any sort of difference, or what do they bring to the show?
I think they bring a responsible knowledge and years of experience in the genre, and I think that they have the ability to collaborate with Eric Kripke and take the weight off of just him. I always know when Kripke is writing the scripts, because he's the creator, and because inside of things, he's put the thought form together. He's now surrounding himself with folks he's worked with before and folks he trusts who have vision as well, all on their own. So it can do nothing but elevate our show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're fantastic on the show. Absolutely. I've never loved hating a character, but loved the character so much that is Tom Neville.
It really